Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatabi wa Allah coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And this is just a quick one. And you know, it's just an example of why Esau, he needs to be taken out of power. All right. His rulership judgment is slack. All right, and you know, this place is just sick, man. Under the rulership of the so-called white man, this place is sick. All right, and I'm gonna play this video, and you're gonna see why. You know, and the scriptures say, "Love not the world." All right, and how could you love this world? How could you be content in this world with things like this going on? All right, I'm gonna play this and then grab a couple precepts. It's only 2 minutes.
And they had executed the husbands of the 2 women and 2 daughters that they were now looking for. And what ended up happening is that they had separated themselves and had gone, I guess, back to Mexico. And eventually the women, we did come across them. And so in carrying one of the 8-year-olds to the car, and then we eventually got him to medical treatment and to the border ice and stuff, and started talking to him. Now I've got a medical background, so started evaluating them. And the 8-year-old little girl couldn't speak, she couldn't talk, she couldn't do anything at all. So when we finally turned him over and they took him to the hospital and stuff, and I talked to the doctor in regards to what was going on, I got a call from him, and he said, basically, professional in the medical field, I just wanted to let you know, the little 8-year-old girl had 67 different DNA samples inside of her. So these are the...
So this little girl had 67 different DNA samples inside of her. And you know, again, things like this show us that we need the kingdom. All right, we need a kingdom in righteousness where this kind of madness, this kind of sickness will never happen. All right. I'm gonna start with this. This is 2 Peter 2:6, and it says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemning them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live in godly." All right, so everything that happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, how it was destroyed, fire and brimstone, that was to be made an example of what happens when you live immoral, you know, sick, abomination lifestyle. Same thing that's going on today. It says, "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked." And, you know, hey, we're in that same stead as Lot. Okay, we see these things, and you know, the things that Esau is into, because this is just, you know, one example. All right, who knows, that girl could have been sex trafficked. She probably was. In order to have 67 different DNA samples inside you, something sick was going on. All right, and you know, what happened a while back, you had the whole Epstein pedo island. All right, you have what are they called now? It's MAPS, minor attracted persons. They're trying to add that to the acceptable list on the so-called pride, whatever they call it. All right, the alphabet crew. All right, these are the things talked about in a wicked society. All right, and just back then when Lot was vexed, we're in that same state. We are vexed. All right, this is sick. It says, "For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." All right, and this is the point. All right, this is the same stead we're in. Okay, and if you're not sick of this place, if you're not sick of the things that are going on, all right, then you're not in the right spirit. All right, if you're content with the things that are going on here, if you're content with this type of madness, you're content with Esau in control, all right, then you're bugged out. All right, just frankly, straight to the point, you're bugged out. All right, hey, the Lord promised us, well, the scriptures say we look for a new heaven and a new earth. The Lord promised us, okay, a righteous kingdom where we serve the Lord and righteousness is pushed forth throughout the world. All right, throughout the whole universe. Things like this ain't gonna happen in the kingdom. All right, hey, these heathens, Esau has a thought like that. all right, he's going to be put to death. Okay? Judgment is not going to be slacked in our kingdom. Okay? You're not going to have little kids with 67 different types of DNA in them. All right? This is sick. This is sickness right here. All right? Now, let me, this is, and you don't see this in the mainstream media. Nobody's talking about this. Obviously, it was on a TikTok, and I think this is from the elder Yashwamba through an information page. All right, but where's the outcry? Where's the outcry? But here it is. You got Transformers, all right, in doing madness for little kids. You have reading books, doing strip teases in classrooms, all right. But where's the outrage? That's why the scriptures say, hey, there's very few, all right, that are going to be disputing this world, okay? Because you have the majority just going along to get along. This is Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. How can we rest here with things going on like this? All right? 67 different samples of DNA. It's disgusting. It says, arise ye and depart. And how do we depart? Hey, through these scriptures, okay? Because through the scriptures, through the promises, all right, through the hope in Yahweh Shai coming back, we understand that this madness is going to be done away with. Esau is going to be taken out of power, okay? The new heaven, which is the word kainos for the word new, which means renewed, all right, is going to be established. The new earth, the renewed earth is going to be established where all this pollution, all this madness is going to be done away with. That's what we look for, all right? And here it is. You got the madness of these so-called Christians, all right, these vocabites or whatever you call them, all right, the cronies here. We're the bad guys saying we're hateful, all right. We're the worst thing on this earth when we simply are preaching what the Lord promised, a better earth, okay, where madness like this won't go on. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Okay, so if you're caught up in here and you are content with this, you are invested in this, all right, well, this place is going to destroy you, okay? And rightfully so, because, hey, this place has to be destroyed. It has to be cleansed. And the only way it's going to be cleansed is through thermonuclear destruction, okay? This is Ezekiel 9:4, because, hey, it's all about the elect, all right? It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem's a people before it's a place, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay, so the true elect are going to be sighing and crying for all these abominations. All right, and that mark here is the word tawah, the Hebrew word, which is mark of exemption. Okay, but what are these men going to be doing? It says sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. This is an abomination. There's no reason an 8-year-old child should have 67 different types of DNA in her. But you know what? In Esau's world, that's okay. In Esau's society, that's just a snack for him. All right? And that's the sick shit that Esau thinks of. Okay? A Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. All right? His soul is not upright. He lets these things go on, and he actually promotes these things. Look it up. You had that whole Pizzagate scandal. What was going on there? What were the pizzas and the hot dogs? All right? Probably get strike for this, but hey, so be it. This is some sick shit, man. It says, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And what's the point? Hey, everybody else who's not sighing and crying, everybody else who's not part of the elect, okay, that doesn't have that tawah, is going to be destroyed, because they are joined with this wicked society. Okay, they got no problem with these things going on. Hell, some of them, if not most of them, are participating in the things going on. 67 different types of DNA. All right, that it's sickening, man. It's sickening. And where is the outrage? Where is the outcry? All right? Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, we got to get the hell up out of here. We got to get up out of here. And you know, this is, we got to be fully set against this world. All right? Spiritually, you know, having it in our mind frame to fully trust in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Esau's about to push his mark. All right, but what are you going to go back to? All right, what are you going to sell out for? What are you going to lose your integrity to participate in this madness? All right, this place is through. It has to be destroyed. It has to be, a transfer of rulership. Okay? So, hey, you know, Lord's will, we endure. Lord's will, you know, we're of that number to be saved. But, hey, there's things like this that, you know, remind us that, hey, this place is not it. This is not it. All right? Hey, Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, call Haloim Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and Abad Babal.